Michael Jordan, welcome to a very special all-black Black History Month panel.
Yes.
Episode of the show. And no.
Yeah.
Your last name's Black.
Oh, I get to play. All black.
Time for the biggest stories of the week. Let's play the feud. Amber, Larry, watch the clip. Tell me, what is the story?
The story is about Trump. He has bins coming into town.
Tariffs.
Yeah, and everyone was like, no, you don't.
Bad.
Yes, the story is the Supreme Court struck down Trump's sweeping tariffs, upending a central plank of his economic agenda. He was hosting a breakfast with governors when he got the news.
Apparently, the breakfast had been going well. They were working together. And then President Trump became enraged. He started ranting about the decision, not only calling it a disgrace, but started attacking the courts, at one point saying, "These effing courts," but using the actual language there. We know that President Trump does use expletives on quite often.
Trump collected himself, and our effing president addressed the news from the White House aquarium this afternoon.
Is he on American Idol?
In reference to having the tariffs getting slapped down by SCOTUS, what do you think? Give me a word that the president used.
Un-American.
He was ashamed of them.
I'm ashamed of certain members of the court, absolutely ashamed, for not having the courage to do what's right for our country. They're very unpatriotic and disloyal to our Constitution. It's my opinion that the court has been swayed by foreign interests and a political movement that is far smaller than people would ever think. It's a small movement.
Small.
I'm afraid of that word movement. When you said it like that.
What part of the decision was President Trump most angry about?
They didn't mention Melania, the movie. And
Probably that he has to go through Congress. He was so offended that he would have to do that.
President Trump was mad that the decision limits a lot of his powers. Here's how he described it.
To show you how ridiculous the opinion is, however, the court said that I'm not allowed to charge even $1. I can't charge $1. Can't charge $1. I would have used 1 penny, but we don't make the pennies anymore. We save money. I can do anything I want, but I can't charge $1.
You ever seen them furniture commercials in the 80s where the dude be like, they say I can't do it, but come on down to the ham party, and I'm gonna charge you $1. Get a couch for $1. I'm crazy dog, and I got that couch. Also in front of the American Idol aquarium, our president made a big announcement during this briefing. What was the big announcement he made?
He didn't poop his pants this time. Sorry, it's a rumor. I had to get
allegedly.
In the briefing, Trump announced defiantly, "We're going to do more tariffs than ever before."
Today, I will sign an order to impose a 10% global tariff under Section 122 over and above our normal tariffs.
Why do you think he feels so sad and betrayed
Because
by
he
the Supreme
thought
Court?
he owned the Supreme Court. And to be honest, I thought he owned the Supreme Court. Turns out he doesn't totally own the Supreme Court. And that's good news.
Yeah.
You feel like this is the one that they give you, like the Supreme Court just gives the American people to throw you off the scent?
Yep.
Like, oh, no, we always care about you. Give them tariffs, but yeah, them women voting. I think part of why Trump felt so betrayed is because, according to him, he had tried to be so nice to the court.
I wanted to be very well behaved because I wanted to do anything. I didn't want to do anything that would affect the decision of the court, because I understand the court. I understand how they're very easily swayed. I want to be a good boy.
Oh my God. Is he living the end of Pinocchio? He's just like, I've been a good boy and now I'll be a real boy. I'm like, why is he doing that?
Yeah.
Let's just say that the Supreme Court has decided you cannot collect tariffs. But up until that decision, you have been collecting tariffs.
Does he have to give the money back? Oh, he's not gonna like this.
Question, which retail giant is part of a lawsuit to recoup their lost tariff money?
J.C. Penney.
I said giant.
Oh.
Hey, they had their run. I'm not shitting on
Yeah.
J.C. Penney. What we talking about
Feels like-
today?
it feels like you're doing that.
Montgomery Ward.
They closed.
It's probably Costco because everybody goes to Costco.
Points. It's
right?
Costco. Yes.
Yeah. Has to be.
A bunch of companies have already joined a lawsuit to get their money back, including Costco, Revlon, Bumblebee Tuna, and Kawasaki.
Oh.
I ain't know Bumblebee Tuna had that gangster in them.
I love Kawasaki sneaking in there. We're made in America.
The irony of it is that Costco's the one place where you can get tuna and a Kawasaki.
Probably why it happened.
When you really think about the tariff situation, and if these companies are going to sue the American government to be reimbursed for the tariffs, that was passed on to us in the form of increased
prices.
shipping
Yep.
costs,
Yes.
increased
Right.
tax costs. Why can't I get my refund on the stuff that I ordered?
I think we got $200 billion of tariff money. My suggestion, reparations.
Happy Black History Month, everybody.
That shit ain't gonna happen.
In the form of a Costco card.
But yes, according to President Trump, the American people loved the tariffs.
I made a speech at a factory. They make steel products. And I said, how are you? Nice to meet you. How's business? President, I'd love to kiss you. This is a very powerful man. I don't want to be kissed by that man. He said, sir, I want to kiss you so badly. He said, sir, I want to kiss you. I said, why? He said, because we were down to working 1 hour a week, and then you came in and imposed tariffs.
Trump always sounds like they just gave him the anesthesia and he's like, you know, he's trying so hard to stay awake and he's like, and then the guy said, may I kiss you? I don't want to kiss you.
So Trump does understand the concept of consent. That wasn't always clear, but it seems like he does.
Did that really happen? Do we think the president was actually accosted sensually by a steel worker?
That someone would come up to him and go, I really want to kiss you. And then he would go, why? Like, what? Do you want to find out why? Or do you want to get the fuck out of there?
And what does that have to do with the story? I thought it was about tariffs, and he's like, and there was in this hot Georgia warehouse.
This totally buff man came up to me. He had a six-pack. It was almost an eight-pack, I noticed.
He was holding baby oil. Oh, that's where it goes too far? Shirtless steel worker, good.